Another Friday, yes, here it is. We've got another lick coming up. So this one it covers some nice groovy kind of playing, and it's a lick which I think you would use quite a lot because it kind of jumps outside of that standard pentatonic box and shows you a few other ways that you can play like a major blues lick around that major key, if you like. So here it is. It uses sort of tones from the Mixolydian mode, and you're bringing in the blues scale into it as well. So you've got a lot within it which is jumping outside of that standard box one sort of lick. And the more you play around with it, the more you kind of realise that actually this major blues sound is so nice to use. There's those semitone bends on that 7th fret going up to the 8th fret pitch. And it just adds so much flavour, and if you can do that as a double stop at the end of that lick, as you saw, it just adds that really nice bit of salt and pepper just to flavour it up wonderfully. So if you do like this lick, please do consider subscribing, hitting that bell button, and visiting all the socials as well. And you can find the jamming track on patreon.com/Dan's page, all linked below, along with a free tab which is on my website, dansguitar.com. There we go. So I don't need to say anything more about it apart from breakdown coming up, and if you want that jam track you've got to go to Patreon. But there you go, see you in a bit at the end. Breakdown should be the easier part. So we've got it's only a 2-bar lick, as you've kind of heard, and it starts with actually the flat 5, so the blues note. So this is kind of where the blues scale comes into it. So we're starting in the key of A, by the way, major, and we've got the 6 hammering onto the 7. So I use my 2nd finger to 3rd finger for that, and then I pick the 5 and 7 on the D string. So that's 6 hammer 7 on the A string, 5 7 on the D string. So okay, after you've done the 5 7 on the D string, you're going back to the 7 on the A. So you're kind of circulating, yeah, making a circular motion. And then once you go back to the 5 on that D string again, you're hammering onto the 7 this time. So back to, not back, but going to the 5 on the 3rd string, so that's the G, 7 3rd string, and then circulating round to the 7th on the D. So that I suppose it's a beat and a half. You've got 2 beats and a half, sorry. You should get that. Now that itself is a great lick to try and get used to, and starting with that blues note, so the flat 5, it just brings in a little bit of extra flavour. Instead of going, it just adds that all needed sort of variation that can make so much to the sound, or give so much to the sound. Then the next part is all 6 tuplets. So this is quite tricky because we've got that going on. Alright, so practice this slowly, keep it even. You've got a 5, hammer onto 6 on that 3rd string. So that's where the kind of Mixolydian meets it, or the major 3rd if you like. Then we've got, excuse me, the 5 on the 2nd string, 7, pull off back to the 5. And then it's 6 again on the 3rd string, pull off to the 5, and then 7 5 on the 4th string. Now I think I might actually pick the 4th string, but you know, do what you will with it. And then the last part is kind of a double stop bend. So again, a different flavour to what you would normally do. So normally when you're doing these double stop bends, you'll kind of bend in the note which is on the string below, so in this case the 2nd string, to the pitch of the fretted note on the 1st string. So you would sort of be bending that note up to the pitch of that note there. But this time we're deliberately bending them slightly out of key, if you like, so there's a clash, and that gives you a really nice raunchy kind of discordant flavour, and I really like these. So, but anyway, the way that second bar goes, so you've got third finger on the 7, second string, first finger on the 5, first string, and then you bend only the 7th fret as semitone. So you should end up with that horrible gritty noise, but it sounds great as well. Back down to the 7. Now you can keep the first finger on that 5 because we're going to end up there for the next bit anyway. So, and then take your third finger up to the 8 and bend that full tone without bending the first string. So you should end up. So it's almost like you're bending out of key, kind of back in, but then really bringing it home by bending to the same note as your fretted 5th fret. And that is it. Right. Shall I play it slow? I think I will. Right, here we go. So 3, 4, and... It's really nice, and I think if you can slightly palm mute the 6-tuplet part, that works really well, and also the hammer on from the blues note, so the flat 5 into that 7th fret, so you go into the 5th. Really works well, so just experiment with those flavours and see where you end up. Right, back to me. Yeah, we're at the end. Don't know what that was really, but a bit of fun, right? So hopefully you enjoyed it. Please do consider liking, sharing, subscribing, and hitting that bell button for all the future notifications. Visiting the website for the free tab, dansguitar.com, and Patreon for your jamming track and lessons that you won't find here on YouTube. Massive thanks to all my Patreons so far, and I hope you enjoy the content on there. So there we go. Leave you with that. I'll see you next week. Laters.